Kleine Fahrt voraus.
U-960 put out to sea once more after what can only be described as a miserable month for the U-boat Wafa. I heard murmurs in the nightclubs and bars around port. Crews have already begun referring to the month as Black May. Extremely heavy losses were taken in the Atlantic. 43 of our boats were sunk, and well over 30 more were damaged. My U-960 counted amongst the latter, courtesy of a Tommy depth charge. It is now 12th July, 1943. And U-960 is following a large minesweeper out of the St. Nazaire minefields, laid by both friend and foe. Air raids continue to hammer the port, and the rest of the Reich for that matter, almost daily. Just yesterday, the air raid sirens brought all work on the boat to a halt for several hours. As we maneuvered into the Bay of Biscay, the order was given to raise the radar antenna and give it a test. The new Fumo 30 radar has been installed while in port, along with the Gitright sonar system. Both pieces of equipment will be highly situational, as each can give away a U-boat's position, but they are tools in the toolbox nonetheless. By sunset, the boat had made very good progress into the Bay of Biscay. The order to increase speed to 16 knots was given. U-960 needed to escape the bay as quickly as possible, as it has become a kill zone for U-boats. By 0520, the boat was well into the deeper waters of the Atlantic and would maintain a westerly course for some time before turning northwest towards our assigned patrol grid of AK-39, familiar hunting grounds chock full of Allied convoys, or at least they were. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard the bridge of U-960 as we begin our second patrol in the North Atlantic. As you can see, we have sailed into some pretty heavy seas here. We are making our way to our patrol area, trying to get out of the Bay of Biscay, which is a very dangerous area for U-boats at this point in time. We are currently making 13 knots here. We're moving rather quickly. Mostly just to get out of here, and we are making some pretty good progress despite the weather here. We are proceeding to the west, and I am going to keep heading west until we get about to BD 68. Once we are there, we are going to turn northwest to our patrol area, which is grid AK-39 right there. That is where we are going to be patrolling, and that seems to be a pretty good spot for Allied convoy routes. We were actually patrolling kind of in this area during our first patrol, so it is tried and tested. Now, if you are wondering what kind of patrol this was going to be, I have some interesting news for you. We have received 3 radio messages from other U-boats since we departed port 1 day ago. The first one is from U-561, attacked by escorts, damage, heavy flooding, unable to dive. From U-607 here, air attack, bombed, flooding. Okay, well that's nice. Well, this one's got to be good news, right? No, U-487, air attack, bombed, flooding. That is just same thing there. Jeez, so not really looking forward to all of that. We did a hydrophone check a little while ago. Nothing is tracking us at the moment. Now, in this housing, we do have radar, this radar antenna. It is currently lowered because I really only want to use it in specific scenarios, especially if I know the allies aren't out and about. If we're tracking a convoy in rough weather, you know, maybe we can see it. The problem with the radar is if we're emitting it, it can be detected. So it's going to be very situational when I do use it. But the model for it is pretty darn good looking. Let's raise it just for now. Okay, it popped on up and it is going to start rotating. That's a good looking radar antenna, I must say. Another thing we do have, which is going to be very situational, is our new sonar set. We do have active sonar now, so we can send out pings. This can help us quickly establish range to a target. Of course, this can be heard by the allied warships, so not something I really want to use all that often. Okay, some new toys, most of which are highly situational, but still good to have nonetheless. I want to knock on wood, but so far we have not spotted any allied aircraft just yet. We have remained undetected. It is possible the rough seas and high wind speeds are keeping them away for the time being. Okay, folks, we got something. We are diving down to around 40 meters. Come to a complete stop. I'll stop. We received a radio report here. Sound contact heading east-northeast. Let's go ahead and mark this down. Heading 070 or so. Mark. Quickly wanted to take a listen on the hydrophone and see if we could actually pick anything up. Let's increase that volume and see. I don't think we're going to hear this particular vessel, but I want to make sure the coast is clear. It's a good time to check. Okay, we're at a complete stop, so we're not making a whole lot of noise. Got nothing. Okay, in that case, surface the boat, all ahead full, all ahead full. Ship is reportedly moving at a slow speed. I'm going to assume she is going, let's be generous, we'll say 8 knots. In 4 hours, they'll move about 60 kilometers. Okay. Wrong tool. There we go. 80 kilometers, they will be about here if they are in fact moving 8 knots. Now, I bet that is being generous. If I had to guess, they are probably moving at around 7 knots. And also, the weather is pretty darn poor topside, which we are about to see, so that could be slowing them down as well. We'll get a proper weather report once we hit the surface. Okay, finally hit the surface. Let's get a weather report, please. Let's see. How bad is it up here? Waves are pretty choppy. Raise the RDF antenna. Weather report. Okay, I need the navigator on station. That is why. He was taking a little nap here. Okay, do that again. Visibility moderate, wind speed 15 meters per second, direction 192, heading pretty much straight south. Okay, good to know. We do not need to recharge batteries. Let's see how quickly we can get to that point. What's the length of this course? Range to the waypoint, 52 kilometers. Alright, good to know. We're making 12 knots, 13 knots. We'll probably flatten out at around 14, 15 knots if I had to guess. Can I see anything out there? No, of course not. Alright, we are going to keep heading this way. We are definitely going to be this target. We're going to be here in about 2 hours. And we should be in a pretty good position to conduct an attack.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1,0.
Okay, we've kind of reached our intercept point where I want to loiter around a bit. Let's slow down. Down to 50. I'll stop. Take a look at the map here. The target should be off to, I'm just gonna say 320, 330, something like that. Let's take a listen. Make sure the volume on this thing's all the way up. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. It is possible they are still really far out there. We got here a lot quicker than I anticipated. We actually got a radio report where interception's easy. Okay, I got nothing. We are going to... Okay, let's hit the surface. Close in this way. Surface the boat. We'll go at standard speed. No need to rush this situation. What time is it? 9:25. We got this report at 6:40. So we'll just say 3 hours. 3 hours. Oh, we'll go for 22. I'll go 33 kilometers if they are going at around 6 knots. So they're way back here potentially. Yeah, 6 knots. It's 33 kilometers. Yeah, so they could be way over here. And that is well over 40 kilometers away. It's going to be hard to hear that. They may be going slower than 8 knots, which is not surprising. I wanted to beat them. We beat them by quite a bit. I am not too worried that we are not going to intercept. So far, so good on the aircraft front as well. No aircraft have been detected. Knock on wood. We did another hydrophone check, and I think I got him. 015. Very, very distant. Okay. I can work with that. Good information. 015. Oh, yeah, and they're so distant. I want to say they're probably 20 kilometers out, if not further. Let's go. Let's go 26. So they're heading 060 potentially. Okay, let's change course. We'll move up to intercept a little better. I'll head full surface the boat. You all know the drill. We can see if we can spot this guy on the surface. We'll kind of head directly towards him, just at an angle. We do know he is heading east-northeast, so that kind of makes a lot of the guesswork here pretty easy.
Schiff gesichtet. Lage 349. Große Entfernung.
Alrighty, we got him. Spotted the ship bearing 349. Oh, geez. This boat is a rockin'. Okay, I can barely see it there through the mist. This looks relatively large. Hard to tell. Let's come right. New heading. 295.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 295.
Let's see. And make sure, are we recharging? We shouldn't be. Yeah, we are not recharging our batteries. No need to really recharge the batteries. We're going to try to see what we can do here on the surface, how close we can get. Let's see. Also, range to target. 336, 16 kilometers out. We have steadied up, so that makes this okay. 336. Right about here. And they said 16 kilometers. Oh, okay. Hey, you know, my little guess was pretty good. Not too shabby. We have this point, this original contact point. We know the target is here. So she is on and heading of 057 degrees. Perfect. We will adjust accordingly. Can intercept right about here. That is essentially a 90-degree angle, 9 kilometers out. We will keep moving at full speed. And how far away will this put us from her track? Oh, a little too close. 500 meters away. That's a little too close. Want to be about maybe 2 kilometers away. Like there. Okay, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with that. I do like this, this intercept here. Let's bring the Uzo up to the bridge. See if I can actually, it's not working. Oh, probably because the weapon officer isn't on station. All right, let's switch these boys out. Make sure I have my officers where I want them. Okay, it's not working, unfortunately, but we can still go to it. Let's see, where is she?
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
327. There she is. It kind of looks like a C3 cargo ship or something. Hard to tell. She's big. The target is coming more and more into view. There she is. Okay, 325. I would like to come right ever so slightly. 5 degrees to starboard. I would also like to flip on the radar. Let's see if we can actually pick her up on radar. One sweep. Why did it shut off? There we go. It may be getting washed over. Let's see if this thing works. How the range on these radars is rather poor. Let's do another sweep. Let's switch the range scale over. Also, these waves are not going to help matters. I'm not sure we're going to be picking up much. Okay. Yeah, sweep's pretty much complete. Oh, we got nothing. Okay, well, I figured it was worth a test. I kind of wanted to see if we could actually pick anything up. Obviously, not right now, not in the sea state. What is our range to target then? There's contact. 10 kilometers away. There she is. Okay, I think it is time to submerge the boat. Let's lower the radar mast. Lower the RDF antenna and prepare to dive. Okay, we have submerged. I would like to go to attack scope depth though. And let's also reduce speed. Not in a huge rush. Okay. Up scope. What kind of torpedoes am I working with here? G7Es, tubes 3. Tube 3 is a fat. G7A. I don't want to use that torpedo. We want to fire this off into a convoy as it has that search pattern. So if I fire a salvo, I'll fire tubes 1 and 4. Let's go ahead and set that up. Tubes 1 and 4. Hydrophone operator, can you track this contact for me? 320. There she is. Okay, mast, mast, funnel, mast. It does look like a C3 cargo or something like that. Let's quickly just flip through our recognition manual. Try to find something that fits this profile. Now we do know C2, mast to mast, funnel mast, 6,000 tonner, not too bad. Length of the target is 140 meters. Okay, good to know. We are going to use the fixed wire method to try to establish target speed, but we know she's, honestly, probably going around 6 knots. It is 9:46 local time. We got this at 6:40. It has been 3 hours. We know the target is 321, around 10 kilometers away. Let's try to game this out real fast. 321, 10 kilometers, probably right there if I had to guess. So from here to here, she has traveled 50 over the course of 3 hours. Of course, our chart doesn't have a 3 hours here. I was just quickly thinking here. This time isn't local time. It's base time. Oh, it's 9:48 local time. It's 10:48 base time. So it's been 4 hours since we got this contact report. That makes things a lot easier. I don't know how I was about to mess that up. She is going 7 knots. Okay. TDC, just plug in 7 knots. We'll triple check that whenever it's time. Mark, set, angle on bow of the target, 40 degrees starboard, range. Yeah, she's way out there. At the moment, we are going to adjust that, obviously. We are going to fire a salvo, but not really. I'll open both the tube doors at the same time. Magnetic pistol, draft 6 meters. Let's go to the attack scope. Draft of the target is 8.5, so we are firing magnetics. We want it pretty darn deep. Also, it is bouncing around. I'm going to go 9 3/4 for the torpedo depth here. That should be good enough. And now we close ever so slowly. Down scope. Let's also drop down to 25 meters while we do this. I do not want an aircraft spawning our conning tower through these big waves. All right, there's our friend. Off to 320. Can I raise our scope anymore? Get a better picture. No. Can't. We'll keep closing here. All ahead standard. Can't tell. How far away is she? Let's see, we'll go 30 to 40 zoomed in. Target height is 30 meters. Zoomed in. 30. She is 3.6 kilometers away. And we need to close in. I want to get a little bit closer than that, that's for sure. Okay, we're getting nice and close, slowing down. Let's slow down further. Hard to port. Let's use the fixed wire method to try to establish target speed. Can't really see. I'd say this thing's mast really only 30 meters tall. That's impressive. Looks a bit taller, especially that flagpole way up there. Anyway, keep swinging. Up scope. Raise it a bit more. She is armed. I see at least one deck gun in the rear. Okay, buddy, you can, I don't need you to do this anymore. Okay, start steadying up. Don't want to overturn. And rudder amidships. Hard to starboard. May overturn here. And... okay, no, we're good. Rudder amidships. Good stuff. We can just wait here. Go to the TDC. Start setting some things up here. Okay, first things first. Range. We're probably going to fire at around 800 meters if I had to guess. Speed, I'm assuming 7 knots. Angle on bow, 60 degrees starboard. Good. Okay. Perfect. Did it? Oh my gosh. Storm clouds are rolling in as we speak. Look at that. I have storm clouds building behind us. Haven't even looked over there in a minute. And it's pretty clear up in front, but weather's changing quite dramatically here. Okay, hopefully we don't lose contact. Now I am, while we're doing this, go to the hydrophone. Hey, buddy. Follow this guy for a second. One ping only. Range, just over 1 kilometer. Oh my gosh, look at these storm clouds just coming in. Nuts. Okay, and mark. Okay, start. Want to add a second. I think I saw lightning. Okay, angle on bow here. Definitely around 60 degrees to starboard. Can adjust it this way. Okay, we already have it set to 60. We are going to swing hard to starboard here. Target length is 140. We are going to use the red scale. You can also consult the chart if needed. And mark, hard to starboard. Okay, there, I got 7.5 knots. Let's see, 140. Fixed wire method here. 140. And I got 38 seconds. 38, 7.2 knots. Good. Good enough for me. Okay, I'm worried we may be a little too close. Open tubes, 1 and 4. We're ready. Tube 1, los.
Los, alles im Wasser.
Tube 4, los.
Rohr 4, los, alles im Wasser.
Two torpedo impacts on target. A massive fire has started just forward of the funnel. She is reportedly going down. That was enough to sink her. That was our first sinking of the patrol. C2 cargo destroyed, 6,651 tons sent down to the bottom. We are now going to resume our mission orders, heading to grid AK-39. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack 345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.